Hello, and welcome back to Crypto Clarified. My name is Davila Shlinskita, and I'm responsible for digital asset research at Wisdom Tree Europe.
And my name is Vin Tran. I'm responsible for business development at Wisdom Tree Digital Assets in the US.
Today, we are joined by Stoyan, the founder of Evedo, and this discussion is a breath of fresh air because we're talking about how entertainment industry is using blockchain. And the usage is very broad. It's everything from raising money for during the events to selling tickets that people want to obtain for hard-to-reach events. Welcome, Stoyan. Really great to have you here. I still remember how we met in Sicily, Italy, back in summer, and you absolutely captured me with the idea of tokenizing performers. And I thought, fantastic concept. Let's have you join us on a podcast and talk more about this. So thank you for your time today. And just to introduce yourself to the audience, please tell us what inspired you to found Evedo?
8 years ago, it's almost 8 years now. I decided finally in my life to combine all my passions, and my passion for events and entertainment, organizing people, having different interesting concepts on the event space, plus my passion of doing startups, technology, innovation, Web3, and no AI back in the days, but it was Web3 already there. And I decided to combine my passions and my knowledge, and I assembled a vision for innovating the events and entertainment space by combining new technologies, old technologies as well, and making something good for the whole event industry, no matter if you're an event organizer or a performer or a venue owner or a company that's on some way serving the event and entertainment business. I believe that there is such a big space for innovation in this field. And 8 years ago, I started the Evedo company with my co-founders, me as a founder and CEO of this ecosystem now that is with different products, some of them more successful, some of them not so much. But the idea is that this was my driver, like to really bring the innovation to this, I can say, old school space that is seeking for innovation now.
Brilliant. And imagine that when you founded the business 8 years ago, you made few assumptions about how the world may look like or how it all may work. Which of your assumptions have shown to be correct and which ones have been, way off the track where we find ourselves now?
Very good question, because now with the perspective of 8 years, we've been through a lot. And one of the most important things actually was the pandemic. Because the pandemic, like it was the first thing that everybody stopped, was going out, meeting people, having visiting festivals, visiting venues, visiting nightclubs, visiting everything. We were staying home. Before that, because we started like few years before the pandemic, my biggest vision was that people will become more digitalized. They will use more online tools. They will look more for digital payments and everything related with digitalization of the event and entertainment business. And I didn't saw that actually for years until the pandemic came. Pandemic came, it actually kills most of the businesses related with with live entertainment. That was a big struggle, but I'm trying always to have something positive of every crisis. And what happened is actually, and what I see is that every organizer around the world actually explored how to use the digital channels for marketing, for advertisement. The blockchain and the crypto payments became more and more mainstream. There were different technologies like the NFTs, for example, that are very applicable for the event industry when it comes to ticketing, when it comes to different adoption of these new innovative ways to bring people, to incentivize them, to make them more engaged with your events. And what happened with the pandemic is actually it triggers a wave of organizers that really they didn't surrender. They just decided to go more digital. They decided after the pandemic, actually, they decided to open more for the digitalization. And what we see now in the last 2-3 years, now with the huge wave of AI also that is coming, is that this whole industry is innovating very fast. And companies and ecosystems like ours probably will be on the right time and on the right place with the right products to adopt this new wave that's coming.
Yeah, I do wish to never experience pandemic ever again. Was miserable, sad,
Me too.
quiet time. Yeah. So hopefully we'll have many live events. And actually, you mentioned a very interesting thing, NFTs, non-fungible tokens. How are they useful for you? Like, what is the application of NFTs in your space?
You know, like if you ask the mainstream crypto person that is not very deep into this stuff now, and you say NFT, he will say, "What are you speaking about? This is old school stuff. Nobody speak about NFTs anymore." But here is the difference of what exactly the technology is and what were NFTs on the NFT wave when everyone was doing just NFT flippings, and they were trying to do very fast profits, and they were looking for buying some stuff and selling it in 3 days with huge profit. This is not the NFTs. These were like just a use case of how NFTs can be used, but it's not the main thing. The main thing is the technology behind with the non-fungible tokens that are actually allowing any kind of industries to use them on a way that you have like proof of authenticity, you have proof of ownership, you have proof of community, proof of attendance when it comes to events. And the NFTs, we still have it on our ticketing website, for example, as a protocol where organizers can create NFT tickets, and without giving the speculation on the NFT ticket, but it's giving the technology behind when it helps for better and more transparent ticketing. It helps with engaging on some different way with your VIPs, for example, or with your strongest community that is attending your event. You can easily incentivize them more for activities, for sharing the event with more so on the social medias, let's say, or also we are seeing it now and we are implementing it on a way that people will be able to have affiliate links and share the events that they're attending to make some additional rewards for them, like free tickets, upgrade their ticket from regular to a VIP because they have some social activity, and this kind of stuff. And if you think like only for the event industry, there are such a huge number of different innovative ways to actually approach this technology, and just have in mind that it's the same in any other industry. And when it comes to the technology, the NFTs were in the fundament of the huge new wave that is now coming, and I'm absolutely happy about it, which is the RWA tokenization. And it's a huge other topic here, but real world asset tokenization is exactly this. Like you're fractionalizing ownership, you're incentivizing with token that is having a real value and real ownership of something, no matter if it's intellectual property or it's a real estate or it's part of a business or part of a community. Everything it's very open, and I'm very motivated about this part.
that piece in particular with RWA tokenization, I think that is super exciting. And honestly, one of the reasons we wanted to have you on the podcast was it was such a different use case, right? Like typically, Dovili and I in our world, we're talking about blockchain and tokenization and crypto from a financial lens. So kind of zooming out, right? So you mentioned the innovation that you've seen, the impact that obviously the pandemic had in this space. For you, that innovation, how did that start in terms of tokenization, right? So taking a zoomed out view, how did tokenization really start this wave of innovation within the entertainment business? And then kind of expanding onto that, the different use cases, because I know at Evedo, you guys have such different businesses within this umbrella company, right? So can you kind of touch on that?
Yes, actually, based on all our experience and based on all the event organizers, festival organizers around the world that we were working for the last 8 years, and the community that we are growing slowly but steadily, we explored that one of the main problems actually on the big event promoters is the lack of funding, and usually I'm not speaking about the top 5% in the world, like biggest festivals. I'm speaking about the regular 5,000, 10,000 people event with a headliner, or a festival for a weekend that is like 10, 20,000 people. These organizers around the world, they have the main problem, which is the lack of funding, where they need to pay in advance the artist for the next year festival. They need to pay in advance the venue. They need to pay in advance a lot of expenses. That's usually what is happening. Either the event organizers start going for credits from banks, selling his apartment, or asking from friends, family, and the other F, and 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 also. The other option is just they don't do the event because they cannot handle these expenses. Uh, with the team of Evedo, we sit and we spoke, okay, how we can solve this main problem. uh, and the question was actually very easy. I mean, it's not easy solving, but it's easy to understand that we can actually allow through tokenization, to real world asset tokenization. We can allow people from around the world actually to help festivals and other big events to raise money as a debt or as a equity. Uh, and with this money, they can execute their festivals, they can scale up their festivals, and they can really have some impact on their event based on the way that they can collect money from their community, from outside investors. And that's why we built actually our one of our products in the ecosystem. It's called Atmosfera, and we are allowing event organizers to start raising money with the tokenization.
I see. And what kind of successful events have you been able to witness from this? Is it mainly music, entertainment, sports? What types of events are you seeing?
You know, like, we're trying to be event agnostic. I mean, like, any type of events can work with our ecosystem on one or another way. But where is our focus? And this is because our main network is there. It's on mid-sized festivals, like 10 to 30,000 people. Also with big concerts in a venues for 5 to 10,000 people. This is our focus now. And we are actually starting our first campaign next week, uh, because we finally signed the agreement with one very good festival that is happening 14 years now, and is going to be in Spain next year in September. And we went through the whole process now of the technology side on the tokenization, but also on the legal side. That was also challenging, to be honest. And that was kind of like struggling with timing, because if you remember, we had a conversation 2-3 months ago, and we were ready to start, but we actually was not ready because there is another 2-3 months of preparation work for on the legal standpoint, on the tokenization framework, KYC AML processes, and all this stuff that we are actually now done with that. And we are going for the first festival now to be tokenized as a debt. And I can really say that now we have experience how to make it happen, and hopefully the campaign will be more than successful, and we'll make it happen for the event as well.
Oh, that's incredible. Just make sure Dovili and I, we get our NFT tickets once it officially launches. No, that
You will
jokes
have a
aside, I
special
think
invitation on the VIP. Yes.
amazing. So you make a good point, and I think you've focused so far on the fundraising side, right? So the more organizer side of it, I think you alluded to it earlier, and you mentioned the impact that tokenization, blockchain, NFTs can have throughout the entire process of an event. I'm interested to know. So, through my own research, I found that the economic models of an event is very interesting, right? So, to your point, you focus on fundraising. How does that impact the experience, for example, for participants? So, for example, Dovili and I, who want to buy these NFTs or buy these tickets, how does tokenization blockchain impact the experience on the other side?
Imagine that you are a big fan of this festival that is raising money, let's say. Now you will be able not only to attend, but you will be able to support the growth of this festival. Because imagine like the campaign that we are doing with them now will be, you can invest money as a debt. You receive a tokens based on how much money you are investing in the event. There will be different budgets like Kickstarter, like you have small, medium, larger allocations. And based on this allocation, you receive different perks. For example, let's say you're investing $10,000 in this event, and the event is giving you 3 VIP tickets that are backstage. It's giving you some fast track on the entrance. It's giving you some special thank you merchandise when you enter the event. On the same way that after the event, you are actually taking back your money with some profit, because it's a investment as a loan that you are receiving back. And at the end, you earn some money. You help this festival to grow and scale, and you attend and have other perks for free. Like you as a this never happened before, and this approach is actually exactly win-win-win situation, because the festival is taking some money that is using to enhance and grow the festival. You are having amazing experience for free, and at the same time you're also having investment that is coming back to you. And imagine if you're a brand, there will be a big investment. Let's say if you put bigger amount, there will be perks like you receive for free branding on the event on some certain positions, and there is a really also a very interesting business to business use case in this new way of organizing the event.
I love the concept of this. And yes, win-win-win for everybody. The event happens, and you, as a person who supported that event and who made it possible, is able to earn some return from that. Like, what could be better? And also have a good time for a few days. But let's come back to reality. So you experienced some delay, legal, I understand. But what about technological side? Which blockchain is everything being done on? And why did you choose that specific blockchain for tokenization?
That's a very interesting question. First, we started building this from scratch on our team, but when we started, it was still like pre-start. We get connected with amazing company. It's called Stobox, that are actually ready tokenization framework as technology, and we decided actually to stop working it in-house for the moment and to adopt something that is really well done as a technology. And we created a partnership with Stopbox, and they are providing us with the whole white label of the tokenization framework when it comes to technology. User accounts with hot wallets when you log in, plus the whole journey where you are buying the token with crypto or with bank, soon, and with card. And you are also having a portal where you are claiming your profits, you are claiming your tokens and all this stuff, which is amazing. It's built on Arbitrum. And this is something that we really liked because it's EVM, it's EVM compatible, and the first version of the platform now, Atmosphere, where people will gonna fundraise money for their events, will be through the Arbitrum network. And I can say the reality is because our partner is using it, but also it's like well adopted. You can have it like in Binance. Like if you want to transfer USDC, for example, through Arbitrum, you can do it from Binance, from OKX, from all the major exchanges actually. And the good thing is that it's EVM, and it will be easily upgraded to have the Ethereum network, to have layer 2s, to have other EVM compatible blockchains, which will allow us actually to operate widely.
Actually, I like your concept of using partners, because once you are trying to build something new in this future finance world, you have to know where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are, and leveraging the tools that are built by specialists on blockchains that have strong track record. That's fantastic. So it's very interesting approach to implementation. And what other partnerships are you benefiting from? So you have partnership for technology. I'm sure that you have partnerships with various festival creators. I'm not sure what's the right word for them. I'm sure that you have partnerships with artists themselves. How big is your partnership universe?
I just received a memory from 5 years ago when I opened my Facebook today, and the memory was Evedo partners with Tomorrowland, which is maybe our biggest partnership announcement when it comes to festivals so far. And it's I was very proud actually of this partnership because we managed to work with them on like partially on the ticketing side for their digital festival, Tomorrowland around the world. And we was working on 2 events with them, like as a promotion partner, and we also became some kind of supplier partner for the whole Tomorrowland. A partnership that after the pandemic was not so active, but hopefully soon it will be awaken for some new ideas. And when it comes to partnership, like I realize back in the days that the most important thing is actually to have the community of even competitors, like even someone that is doing ticketing, someone that is doing event gigs, someone that is working with festivals on a different way. Like I imagine that we can partner up on different angles, because just to give you a example, a few months ago we onboarded a partner. It's called GlowNet, and this partner is they have a full infrastructure for cashless payments during any kind of events. And you receive a bracelet with RFID, a mobile app that you are topping up money, and you are paying everything on the event with cashless. And we said, instead of building this like for years, and have a product ready, why just not get a like-minded partner that is having the technology, and we combine, and we do something good for our clients. And And we announced partnership that Evedo and Glownet, we are working together for every festival that we can actually, when we are approaching, when we work with some festival, we are also offering them this. And even like now we are signing hopefully some of the first events with them. And yeah, we are competitors on the ticketing side with them because they also have a ticketing, but we are not competitors. We are in synergy for other stuff. In the same way, they have a lot of events around the world that they work with. Tomorrow, some of these events will need funding, and they will become clients of Atmosfera, for example. That's why, like, this is the approach that we have when it comes to production companies, when it comes to any kind of like group of artists, managers of artists, big companies like uh, Live Nation, for example. We are open to work with everyone and find a way to collaborate. It's the same for emerging artists. We have a big number of DJs that are now growing. They're more and more successful around the world. They have some very good tracks that are going in the music space, and we are very happy that we are working with them now. When they grow, we grow with them as well, and that's our approach.
I think that last use case that you mentioned is awesome. And I think that's super relatable, right? And I'm just thinking back to recent memory where I was down in Rio for a conference recently. And what I found was at the conference itself, and then obviously with the local vendors, it becomes like this big ordeal. So similar to that, like a festival where you have vendors that are selling merchandise, selling food, selling beverages, and then you have the participants kind of moving around. In a setting like that, very similar to like a festival, it's payment becomes difficult, right? When it comes to juggling all the different cash of a local currency, or even having your own like 10 different credit cards that you might have, right? So I think being able to centralize that for a festival, for a conference, how you guys have done it through partners is super fascinating. And even from a technology standpoint, that actually I want to ask the question for education, because you talk a lot about innovation and how you've leveraged blockchain, leveraged the technology through different partners. How often are you educating partners, vendors, performance partners, of the people on the other side, on both sides rather, the education aspect about blockchain? Like, do you even have to do that? What is the importance of that piece?
I consider like half of my conversations with the people from the industry as education, because like, people sometimes they are not adopting something because they don't understand it, or because it's very hard to implement. This is actually where we are focusing our energy, like to educate the people that it's something that is coming. This is a huge wave. Like, imagine we are in 1995 and I'm explaining to some bank why they need to have a website. Like, this is the situation now. I mean, like, this technology, all the new generations, they're with 2 phones, 3 phones, with crypto wallets, with they don't have physical cards. They use crypto on a way that it's not a big deal. Like, it's just okay. I'm transacting like this. I'm transacting like that. Now, like, all the big companies, like all the big exchanges, all of them, they have crypto cards also that are Visa, MasterCard, like on the same way that the technology is becoming from something very, very complicated to something very easy to use and mainstream, on a way that even if you don't understand the technology, you have very good interface and easy interface to use it. The same, like, I don't understand how exactly the credit card transactions are working on the back end, but I use the credit cards, right? And it's the same now happening with the blockchain. You know that this is secure, this works, and you're just using it as utility. Um, and on a way also that it can be also investment, that you need to educate yourself more about it, how not to lose money and this and that. But it's a huge amount of people on a daily basis. They became mainstream of using that technology. A lot of companies implementing it on the back end on a way that they more securely transfer funds, more securely transfer data, and very soon, what we are trying to explain to organizers and to other businesses that we work with, very soon this will be something that you don't need to worry about the technology. But if you start opening from now, you will be on a winning position, because it will be also a client acquisition strategy for you, not just new technology that is giving you like headache because you don't know how to implement it.
Yeah, technology is a double-edged sword, right? Like it can
Absolutely.
be amazing and it could change a lot of lives, but if you don't know about it, if you don't know how to use it, it could really blur the lines of the actual utility that you get out of it. So I think your approach makes a ton of sense, where it sounds like you're abstracting that blockchain layer, where if I'm using any of your products, I don't even know I'm on a blockchain, but that's not the point. The point is I know it's secure, I know it works. And I think that's important, because I know if anybody here bought any ticket on the secondary market, you're never sure if the seller has the actual ticket, and that's a huge problem, right?
And
So
actually, with the NFTs, with the NFT ticket, you have actually every ticket is a certificate. And what we are planning to do on our ticketing system is just aftermarket. That the only way to sell your ticket, to resell your ticket, is by adding your NFT through your wallet on the marketplace for selling your ticket, because you cannot go, for example, and someone is buying it. It's a smart contract between you, the marketplace, and the seller. Someone is buying it. It transfers the ownership to his wallet, and then with this NFT, you go and you enter the event, and the guy that sold it cannot anymore use it. And it's very simple. And at the same time, because it's smart contract, you can easily put conditions. You cannot sell the ticket for more than, let's say, 10% more than the actual price, because there is a huge black market where people are buying tickets in advance, and they sell it after that 3, 4, 5 times the price of the ticket, because they create this demand, and this is shady practice that are a lot of people are doing this in the industry. Even like some mainstream big players are doing that. And with this technology, you can simply solve this problem, and everything is transparent and it's on the blockchain.
It's brilliant concept, and the security that attendees get by buying tickets that actually have track record of where they're coming from, and that you get it and you are able to use it, and the person who had it before can no longer use it. I think that's an incredible concept. And I was just thinking, when you mentioned that we use technology now and we don't know how it works, like paying by credit cards. Yes, that's very true. Like my whole life, and I'm in my flat at the moment, I'm surrounded by technology. But if I had to rebuild it myself, like, good luck. It's impossible task.
Absolutely.
I would not even be able to start a fire on my own with just sticks. But so we talked a lot about what you have been doing over the past 8 years. How about the next 5 years? Like, what is your vision for how this industry may change and may evolve, especially looking at what you're doing and how that may make it step up few steps to the future state?
I believe that in the next 5 years, we will be able to scale our ecosystem on a way that we we can have like some of the major markets around the world as a player that is helping the talented and well-organized people in the industry with funding, with advices, with network, on a multiple angles. And I believe that now with the ecosystem that we already built, now in the next 5 years, if we build this like we built this ecosystem for the last 8 years, in the next 5 years, our main goal will be to scale it and to make it work. And to actually help on multiple angles to the industry, like to be more transparent and to work better. And also like to help the talented people in the industry. And when I say this, I mean the organizers, that they have big ideas and they have a vision what they want to do with their events in the next years, to the artists that are also trying to enter the global market. Imagine that the same thing as I explained about fundraising of events, it can be fundraising of artists, it can be fundraising of artist management company, it can be really, really the same approach to different parts of this business. And in the next 5 years, I definitely see and focus on scaling what we've built so far.
So let's imagine I am a singer and I'm not. You would pay me money not to sing. And if I want to, become the user of your system and to become your client, to be able to build my future, how does that work? Do I go online and fill in some forms? Do I call somebody? Like, how can a talented person, kick off with you?
We're open. We are open to speak with everyone related with the industry, no matter if it's an artist, if it's an organizer, or anyone else. We are very approachable through all the channels, also through our website, contact forms, and all this stuff. What we are actually trying to also build when it comes to AI is to help special AI agent, let's say, imagine Perplexity, but for the event industry. Having these capabilities of searching and finding the right partners with highest ranks and everything related with proving that the partner that they're giving to you as a suggestion is a real one and with good reputation. And it will be AI that is helping on every angle. Like, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that, what to do, and on a way that not always will lead to us, but it will lead also to other people and to connect them and match them on a way that everyone is valuable to each other. But now we're on the analog way. Everyone can connect us through Instagram, through Facebook, LinkedIn, contact forms on the websites and everything else. And
True
we can
startup
explore
mode.
what we can do and what we cannot do for these people.
I have a two-part question on that point. So Davili talked about the next 5 years. So the word mass adoption, what does that mean for you? Is there a target festival, a target audience that you want to target with your growth and expansion? And then the second part is, what are your current blockers, right? Is it legal? Is it infrastructure, technology? What's stopping you from achieving that mass adoption?
Definitely, there are multiple stoppers, as everyone is experiencing as doing business. Not only for us, these stoppers are like, we need to scale faster, we need to invest more in marketing, we need to invest more in the legal infrastructure, we need to invest more in the technology. The good news is that all these stoppers, because we are working on them and we are trying to pave the way on a way that now we are working like couple of months to tokenize the first festival and to start it. Then, and this like 3-4 months now for the next event that we're gonna launch, it will be maybe 2 weeks, and in 1 year we're probably going to do this like for a day, because it's the same structure where people are actually integrated and it's easy to start. I mean, we had a lot of legal debt that was a lot of work that is done that nobody can see, but it's done and takes time. And on the front end, we want to make it very easy for the other users. And when we achieve that, then we're gonna scale more as well. If you're asking about numbers, I mean, like when we will see what for us means mass adoption, I can really say if we have 100 events per month around the world that are using our system for fundraising, for selling their tickets, for booking the artists through our system, is actually a good goal for the next 1 year on my side. And like it's a goal that we need to overachieve to reach it, but it's a goal. And it's interesting here also to say that like why we are having this ecosystem approach, because imagine the investor that is going to put $10,000, let's say, in some event as investment. When we are having this ecosystem and we have our own ticketing system, we have a gig system where we are actually booking artists. We can provide to the organizer not only the fundraising option, but we are also giving him the ticketing infrastructure, marketing outreach, plus we are booking the artists for their events, and on that way we also protect the investor, because when we sell the tickets are going to give back the money to the investors. Also, when we book the artist, we're sure that this money are not sent to the organizer, and the organizer had some other issues and he don't book the artist and the event is not happening. Actually, we're protecting on both sides. Like we protect the event organizer himself of doing mistakes, and we're protecting the investors of not being investing in the wrong event.
Yeah, no, that makes a ton of sense. I have one last question. It's a fun one. To your point, like we wouldn't be building in the space if we weren't overachievers. If you had one event, one festival, the North Star for you, you already mentioned Tomorrowland. That's a huge festival, right? What's your next big target, big whale that you can bring in for Evedo?
First, the goal with Tomorrowland, we partnered up back in the days. The goal will be to restart this partnership on some real work now. But second, we have amazing festival here in Dubai also, Untold, which is second year. It's a Romanian festival that I would love to start working with. Back in the days, we was working actually on some ticketing also. Also, there is this amazing concept of event and a club in Tulum, Zamna. They're now like real killer on they're killing it on a way that they put amazing artists, they do amazing stages, amazing festivals or stages and festivals. I would love to partner with them also in some communication already, and a ton of other festivals that are small and medium. Like you cannot believe how many festivals there are, like for longevity, for like music festivals, different type of musics, like when it comes to hip-hop music, rock music. We even attend one event here in Dubai, Sama Festival, which was some kind of like live music festival in the desert. And it's the world is so colorful when it comes to different type of events. Here we focus on big ones, but we actually aim the middle and small ones, because they're the ones that will make the big difference as a growth also.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing. Like I said earlier, just make sure Davila and you get the airdrop. And then we'll be
You're actually invited to all our activities.
amazing.
Special
Yeah.
invitations.
Thank you. But yeah, so this has been a great conversation. Honestly, it's incredible to see the growth. that you've had over the past few years, the focus and determination, particularly around this very unique and niche space, right? And it was a breath of fresh air for us because we are very focused, obviously, on the financial landscape and how blockchain can innovate that, to see how you are doing it in an entirely different space. It's motivating. It's really incredible to see. And my takeaway is, frankly, that it's coming. Blockchain innovation is coming across not just finance, but entertainment, sports, music, festivals, live events, and yeah, I think that's truly incredible. So thank you so much for the time, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for the great words. Thank you. And just last thing to add here, imagine that with the tokenization, with the real world asset tokenization, actually the two worlds will combine when it comes to any kind of businesses, no matter if it's entertainment or it's real estate or it's everything like production studios, movie industry, and the financial world. With the RWAs, this will make a very good match that was not possible till now, and we're gonna be seeing like a lot of innovation happening because of that, I'm sure.
All right, sounds good. You heard it here first on Crypto Clarified.
Thank you guys for the amazing conversation.
Thank you. To clarify, the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of Wisdom Tree and Evedo and are subject to change. Anything we present in this podcast is not intended to be relied upon as a forecast, research, nor as investment or tax advice. The information and opinions expressed in this podcast are not a recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any securities, and reliance upon them is at the sole discretion of the listener. Please remember, past performance is no indication of future results.